Hey, what's up guys? So, if you guys didn't know, Atlantian, Mermail Atlantians, they are a pretty meta deck, and I think that we need to go over some rulings. Also, you can send this video if you guys are having some arguments on rulings on Dueling Network, because this can kind of help you out. So, that said, let's just get right into some of the monsters. So, first off, Thunder King. When Thunder King is on board, if you special summon Mermail Abyss Megalo, Thunder King cannot negate Mermail Abyss Megalo because he starts a chain, and anything that starts a chain, just like Gores, Thunder King can't really negate because it's not an inherent special summon. So that said, yeah, it has an effect that special summons him. So therefore, you cannot Thunder King him. However, if Thunder King is on board and they discard whatever the two water monsters they discard, and they summon Mermail Abyss Megalo, there is a part where Thunder King actually will negate. So he has an effect of you can add one Abyss spell/trap from your deck to your hand. Now Thunder King will negate that effect. That Thunder King can actually do. Another thing I want to go over real quick, because I've seen multiple players do this too on Dueling Network. If you send you summon your Undyne and you send Dragoons to the graveyard. If the player that is playing against the Gen X Undyne, if they activate DD Crow on a Dragoons still technically hit the graveyard. This doesn't negate them from hitting the graveyard. Think of it this way: if you're playing against plants and they go Foolish Burial Dandelion, and then you go activate DD Crow. Well, the thing is, you would what are you activating DD Crow to? Because think of it this way: they activate Foolish, then Dandy activates, then you could chain Crow to Dandy's effect, but then Dandy's effect would essentially still resolve. It doesn't negate the card from hitting the graveyard. So that's just, I haven't seen this, that often, but once in a while, I see players siding in DD Crow against Mermail Atlantians. I'm like, what are you doing? It doesn't really work like that. Another thing I wanted to mention was, another card, just with anything that discards, the water monster's effect. Mostly Undyne, though. If you do effect Veiler, since Undyne's effect is a cost, you do not want to effect Veiler him. Unless you do not want them adding the controller, because adding the controller is, Gen X Undyne's secondary effect after he pays the cost. So the thing is, you do not want to use effect Veiler against Undyne, because they do still get to send that water monster to the graveyard because it's part of the effect to, add the controller. So that's part of the cost. Let's see what else. This card is a tribute, so that means it's just like Icarus attack. If they Solemn Judgment your activation on a spiritual water art, you still have to tribute the water monster. That should be pretty simple. I haven't seen anyone do that, but you never know. Sometimes there are some rulings on that. And another thing on Abyss Sphere. Abyss Sphere does negate the monster's effect. It says special summon one Mermail monster from your deck. Its effects are negated, and you cannot activate any spell cards. That should be pretty self-explanatory. But the thing is, with this, you can still activate cards that have a cost. The best example would be Mermail Abyss Spike. So his effect is, this is the cost right here. You can discard one water monster card to the graveyard, and then you get to add a level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand. Now, that said, basically, this card can be used kind of like as a trainable if you have a heavy infantry or a marksman, and you just want to pop a card. You can just activate Abyss Sphere and then go for Abyss Spike, and then activate Abyss Spike's effect to pay the cost. You don't get the effect to add the level 3, but you still get to discard the water monster. That's part of the cost of his effect. So basically, you'd still get a heavy infantry or marksman's effect if you get Abyss Spike. Since Abyss Sphere does negate the monster's effect, it does not actually affect Lind, because Lind's effect actually just resolves in the graveyard, just like Sangan, like Skill Drain Sangan. Sangan resolves in the graveyard. I wish that this card actually specified that it said negate affects the Mermail face up on the field, because that's kind of strange. That because I know with the Quacky Mirror it says it can activate its effect during this turn. It says face up too, which is interesting. I want to show you guys Block Golem, because that's an interesting card that I just want to talk about. So this one, it says, but their effects that activate on the field cannot be activated this turn, and technically they resolve in the graveyard. But that said, that's just one thing important with Abyss Sphere. That yeah, they still do work in the graveyard. Basically, Lind is pretty much the only card that they really would run. There is a few more Mermail cards, but no one really plays. I don't think is that one. Is it? Gund is this one? It's some other little Mermail. I don't know if this one's actually out yet. I think this one came out as super rare. Abyss Dying. But the thing is, no one is playing this because they're waiting for There's a 20. I think he's 2800. Where is he? He's some 2800 one. Oh, 2700. Abyss Lead. I don't think this card is out yet. Maybe I think it's coming out soon. I believe so. Yeah, this card you gotta discard 3. But again, just keep in mind that Mermails, they can activate their effects as part of the cost. So that pretty much is just Abyss Spike. That's the one that really sees more play. There's also this card, Abyss Turge, to discard. That's also another card that is halfway unaffected by Abyss Sphere, because they don't get to add level 3 or lower water monster card from Abyss Turge's effect, but they still get to discard the card, which is kind of where it can hurt you. But pretty much, it was basically, I mean, the most important ones are the Undyne and basically Abyss Sphere with Abyss Spike. That's the one I see a lot of players misplaying, and they argue over it on Duel Network all the time. I haven't really seen the Crow too often. Like, I saw it once or twice, and I was like, wow, really? It doesn't really work like that. But yeah, they still technically hit the graveyard. But yeah, I do want to make a video about how to beat the Mermail archetype, because I think that, it is a very popular archetype. But yeah, I'll get into that later, because this video, as it's titled, it's kind of just for... Oh, wait. Before we end the video, there's actually another important ruling I want to mention. So, if you guys know, Exceed monsters that are water, since they are still attachments on... They're not on the field, but they still get sent to the graveyard. So, number 17, or any Exceed monster, when they detached and they're sent to the graveyard from another monster's effect, no, that's not one, like this, well, actually, hold on, let's grab it an actual level 3. Let's go with Marksman, for example. So, if you detach Marksman with number 17's effect, you do get the effect of Atlantian Marksman. His effect does not need to be sent from the field to the graveyard. It's just like Dandelion. Dandelion is also a card where it just gets its effect whenever it's sent to the graveyard. So just like this card, I'll highlight it. It says when this card is sent to the graveyard. So that doesn't mean it has to be sent from the field to the graveyard. What was it? I think it's Blue-Blooded Oni. Oh, okay, there we go. So let's see. No, it's not this one. What is it? Oh, Goblin Zombie. That's what it was. I typed in Gob. Let's see. It's probably on... No? Did we pass it already? Okay, so this one. So this is why this one won't get its effect. This card actually says when this card is sent from the field. The key word right here is the field to the graveyard, meaning it has to be actually on the field. And as you guys know, Exceed material are not considered on the field. So also this is a way to get around Defissure, because if Defissure's out, your cards still technically go to the graveyard, so you can pop Defissure if you have the ability to do so. Although Heavy Infantry is the one that does pop, but if you go for, like, I don't know if there's any level 2 water Exceed monsters. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. I hope this is helpful for you guys, because I know that a lot of players, have problems against Mermails, and it is a very hard deck to beat. I'm not gonna lie, that deck is insane, because it can open up like so many different ways, and it has options to really just make a first turn Catastor or Librarian, which can hurt a lot of different decks. But yeah, that said, I will be making a video that you guys requested me to make. Actually, I've been checking out what Mermail Atlantians lose to, and I'll actually update you guys on that in a future video, and I'll let you guys know. But thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this helps you guys out with some rulings that you've had problems with on Duel Network, or just even at your tournament, because it is important to know rulings, because that can definitely change the pace and outcome of the game. But thanks for watching, guys. It's Netwotk Dragon, signing out.